Raiders tipped to sign $112 million quarterback. There is a small hope that the Raiders can draft a quarterback, so it is more likely that the franchise will go for a temporary option. If the Raiders GM follows the path he took when he was with other franchises, the Raiders will land a veteran quarterback who will lead them back to the playoffs. The Las Vegas Raiders are in familiar territory heading into 2025, facing uncertainty at the quarterback position after another disappointing season. With Gardner Minshew proving to be a failed experiment and Aiden O'Connell showing limited long-term potential, the team is in search of a solution. While fans hope the Raiders can draft a franchise quarterback in the 2025 NFL Draft, their 6th overall pick might leave them out of reach for top prospects like Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward, as 3 QB-needy teams sit ahead of them in the draft order. This draft dilemma could lead the Raiders to pursue a bridge quarterback for the 2025 season, and one intriguing name has surfaced: Aaron Rodgers. Speculation around Aaron Rodgers. Daniel Alameda of TWSN floated the idea of the Raiders signing Rodgers, who is currently with the New York Jets, but whose future remains uncertain after a disappointing 2-year stint in New York. Take a look at the 2 quarterbacks who won Super Bowls with GM John Spytek: Peyton Manning, 39, and Tom Brady, 44, Alameda noted. While going the young franchise quarterback route might be smart, don't rule out a potential addition of Rodgers if he becomes available. Rodgers is still under contract for $112.5 million through 2026, but there has been widespread speculation that the Jets may part ways with him following the hiring of head coach Aaron Glenn and a lackluster performance during Rodgers' time in New York. If Rodgers were to hit free agency, the Raiders would likely show interest. However, several factors make this scenario complex. Cap space and cost. Rodgers' contract is hefty, and the Raiders are rebuilding. Trading for him would require sacrificing valuable draft capital, something the team can ill afford. Competitive fit. Rodgers, at this stage of his career, would likely prioritize joining a Super Bowl contender. With the Raiders far from playoff contention, it's unclear whether Rodgers would view Las Vegas as a viable destination. Raiders rebuild. New GM John Spytek and head coach Pete Carroll, if finalized, might prefer to focus on building through the draft and developing younger talent, rather than investing heavily in an aging quarterback. While the idea of Rodgers donning the silver and black may excite some fans, it appears unlikely. If the Jets part ways with Rodgers and he opts not to retire, the Raiders may explore the possibility, but the hurdles of cap space, competitive fit, and long-term team direction make it a long shot. Las Vegas will likely focus on either trading up in the draft for a top prospect or finding a less expensive bridge quarterback to keep the team afloat as they rebuild their roster.